Hey everybody, welcome back to the Monday Q&A show, the show that answers your questions, helps you in a pinch, and is also a little bit under the weather. That's right. If I stop and sniffle a few times in this video, I apologize. I thought I was doing good. I went to America. I did the awesome event, incredible event at Black Ops Airsoft. If you guys came out, there's a ton of you guys that did. So much fun there. It was a blast. I made it to like the last day, and then the allergy bomb just hit me. I was taking medicine ahead of time just to be prepared. Doesn't matter. It got me. So that's why the voice and the slightly and the snip. Yeah. So that's going on. Anyway, so just excuse that. It might be a little shorter show. Here's why I suffer through the allergies and this little head cold. I don't know what it is. Probably not cold. Just residual allergies now that I'm back. Anyway, welcome back to the show. It's your first time here. It's all about your questions. Put them in the comment section below. Vote up your favorites. Also, in the description box, I do have timestamps. I know you guys may not know this. So if you want to skip ahead to a specific question, you can always go down there and click on it and jump ahead. Also, if you want to support the show, I do have a web store and it has some awesome custom patches in there, morale patches. They're all for sale, free shipping worldwide. Links up in the corner and down in the description box as well. So let's not drag this thing much any farther or long anymore. God, I got to get my brain going today. Let's dive into what you're really here for. That's your questions in the Tippmann mail call. The Demon Monkey writes, question, do you think if Tokyo Marui made all their pistols out of CNC aluminum specifically for the everyone else out of Japan market, do you think everyone would drop their current pistols of every brand to pick up those even if they cost $50 more US? Well, there's a couple challenges to your idea. I've learned this actually, something I learned going to Japan a lot, that Japan law requires a plastic slide. You cannot. When their laws changed, I forget how many years ago, it was like 10, 12, whatever, that, over a decade ago when the laws shifted, the power levels were set low. It used to be the Wild West there, literally. Power levels could be whatever, high limits, no problem. They changed the laws requiring plastic slides. I don't know if that was always a law or not, but all I know is there is a law in place that you cannot sell a metal slide pistol in Japan. That's why you see them. Tokyo Marui is a very inward-focusing company, which is actually common of many Japanese companies. One of the exceptions, though, notable exceptions of that is Lilacs. They really look globally, I think, but we're not talking about them. We're talking about Tokyo Marui. So they're a very inward-looking company, which, like I said, is normal. Their focus is the Japanese market, is a huge market in that way, so they are making pistols for that. If they were to make an export pistol, meaning, okay, we're going to have these guns that go outside of Japan only, we're going to put metal slides on, they'd have to go pull special permits from the government to make that. I do know that. That would be a requirement, first one. And then second one, they would have to change their system inside. If you guys know Tokyo Marui pistols, when you buy one, if you guys ever had one, and you go slap a metal slide on, you got to do a little bit of upgrading to them. In fact, you got to kind of throw a lot of reinforced parts inside because those pistols are built to work perfectly with that plastic slide and the lower power gas that's in Japan because of that, to keep the power level down. So once you step up to high power gas, green gas, for example, you're going to be shooting at that and you're going to need more oomph to move that metal slide. A lot of parts have to be upgraded. So now Tokyo Marui is going to have to make a whole, pretty much entirely second design pistol with all these reinforced parts to accommodate that metal slide. Even CNC aluminum, it would be lightweight just because of the power needed to cycle it just a little bit more to make it work. The other thing is a lot of Tokyo Marui's pistols are licensed copies, or I should say unlicensed copies. They're fine to release in Japan, no problem, and other markets where trademarks don't matter, for example, Hong Kong, but they are not good for the rest of the world where trademarks and licensing and things like that do matter. So Tokyo Marui will only be able to export a very small fraction of their products because they wouldn't have that. Or they would have to start working with companies that hold the licenses like SIG, Cybergun, Umarex, ASG, those license holding companies, and of course now EVIC has a very large catalog of licenses too, to get their products made. So I think all in all it's a dream. I think a lot of people would like it, but it's going to be very hard to get to that point. Also, the cost to get them and export them and all that would probably put them way above their other counterparts. I'm sure there would be some people that would love it, but I think it might be a tough sell and maybe even take away the magic that is Marui if they made it available to everybody else. Just my 2 cents. I'm curious to hear what you guys think, if they would do the same or you have a different thought about this. Let me know down in the comment box below. Nathan B writes, can I put BBs into my ThunderB or will that damage the grenade? So yeah, you can, but they don't fly like you normally would. I tried this myself, and one of the other commenters, actually somebody that replied to his comment, made a very good point. If you put too many BBs in there, you actually change the volume inside of the shell, and the shell will explode sooner because there's less gas needed to fill it up and get it to the bursting point. I never thought about that part of it. I'd thrown some BBs in there just for good measure. I have thrown some talcum powder in there, and that seems to work pretty darn well. However, a lot of people don't like to have dust on their gear, and I even did glitter one time, and that would be rage-inducing because glitter is so hard to get out of gear. So just don't do those things. However, it is possible. I mean, you can put it in there. You're not going to have BBs fly like you would out of, let's say, like a ThunderB, not a ThunderB, but let's say like one of the cyclone grenades or something like that, where it actually spins and throws the BBs everywhere, or the storm grenades, or a lot of them that are out there. It just wouldn't work that way because of the way the shell just finds, usually it ruptures on the seam or down around the bottom where the mold seams are together, because it's two halves molded together. That's usually where it pops and bursts, and it's just not enough force for those BBs to fly. They may squirt a little bit, you know, kind of go like half a meter most, you know, a couple feet, but you're not going to see them fly like you would with a frag grenade designed for airsoft. So all in all, probably not the best solution or idea. Like I said, you can always add some powder in there, but even then, make sure everybody you're playing with is okay with that, because nobody wants to get powder in their gear and all that junk. But overall, yeah, I mean, you can do it, but just be mindful, not too many, because it will shorten that fuse, and then you're not going to really get any major benefit out of it either. Jordan Armbruster writes, hey, what's your opinion on movie replica guns like Socom Gear's Punisher 1911 and Leon Hitman's M9? I love them, and my dream movie gun would be Boondock Saints, 2 Desert Eagles. Do you think they should make more movie replicas or not as many? So we are now living in the land of licensing, and in fact, I even hit that up on an earlier question with the Tokyo Marui comment. This is the challenge. So you can make a inspired gun like that, but once you start making it and claiming it to be the movie replica, the movie studios are going to get involved, and they want their money. They're going to want a piece of that. So you release that John Wick Terran Tactical pistol. Not only Terran Tacticals want to get a piece of it, but probably the producers of John Wick are going to want a piece of it too, because you're putting his name on it, unless they've granted that license to Terran Tactical, let's say. So this is the challenge with doing a movie, licensed movie prop. And as far as I know, no one's really done that crossover where they've gone and got the license from the studio to make the pistol. I think like on 1911s, it's not a big deal because 1911 is so open. The Punisher grip arguably can be in trouble because the logo, the actual Punisher skull, is trademarked as far as I know. But certain things like the Boondock Saints, you might be able to get with some inspired stuff. I've seen people make replicas of like the Grammaton Cleric pistol from Equilibrium, but it was a very limited run. I've also seen the Mateba revolver that, was it Marushan made? I actually have one. It's back in the States in my collection. That's one of those keepers. That was from Ghost in the Shell, but there was never licensed, like really said like Ghost in the Shell in the box. It was just kind of that. So I think they are out there. Of course, there's the Schrodinger's bullpup rifle, but I think that was officially licensed. Lalax did that project. I'm almost certain that was officially licensed with the actual studio at Production IG or whatever it is behind Ghost in the Shell. So I think that one was a fully licensed one. I'm sure the Mateba revolver was too. I'd almost guess because it came out of Japan as well. But that's the challenge. If you want to get to the movie studio stuff, you're like, I want the, you know, the pistol from Terminator. I want that, the officially licensed one. You have to get studio involved, and that could be a big challenge because they may want big money or big amounts to be produced, and then who's going to buy this thing? I don't know. A lot of challenges there. But all in all, I mean, it's cool. I would love to see more of them. I think it'd be great. And you know what? I'm going to ask you guys, what would your favorite pistol be? I would love to see, and I know it's already been made. You're going to reach out if they already made it. I'd love to see an officially licensed Terminator pistol. Officially licensed RoboCop pistol. Sorry, get that movie right. I would love to see that. That would be my personal favorite thing, see that RoboCop pistol. I know there was one, but I'd love to see like an officially licensed full auto, like somehow find a way to do an extended extra mag tucked, I don't know. I think that'd be super cool. But let me know what your guys' favorite is in the comment section below as well. Well, that's it for questions this week, which means it is time for the Code Red Headsets Video Condition of the Week. Video recommendation. Get the words out. Man, I'm just like this. I'm all in here. This one is Blasting V Silverback SRS GHILLIE Sniper gameplay, and this one's from Hoke07. And if you guys remember, why does that name sound familiar? If you guys watched last week, Hoke07 was recommended, he actually recommended a couple channels from Hungary. And he was like, this week I saw him pop up in there. I'm like, you know what? He does deserve a little love. So I checked out his channel, really good channel, good sniper gameplay. And come on, I think like 2 weeks ago, somebody was asking about the Silverback SRS. I think somebody's asking for a review or something for that in one of the comments. I usually see that one actually often pop up in the comments. And I think even recommended Brain Explorer if I left that question in. Sometimes I do questions actually, by the way, they get cut because of the sake of time that I answer in this video. And anyway, enough about that. If you guys are seeing, there's definitely some gameplay here. He does a fantastic job. This channel is good. He does product reviews. He really has his stuff together, and I think this is definitely a cool channel. Turn the subs on if you guys need it, subtitles. But overall, if you're gonna watch the gameplay and stuff like that, you don't need anything like that. Gameplay is gameplay. You can see BBs hitting people. That's all that matters. Great channel, fun to watch, worth the sub, at least for me. And if you guys like the sub, go over there, or like the channel, go over there, hit the sub button, and then comment that I sent you. Well, that's it again for another week. If you guys have a video recommendation of the week or your own channel, feel free to put those down in the comment section below, as well as your questions for next week. That is what it's here for. I answer every single one from the comment box below. Don't forget you can help support the show by getting a patch, picking up a cool patch from the web store. If there's one you like out there, click it here in the corner, or I don't know where it is. I think it's probably down below right now or over my shoulder. You can go over there, it takes you over to the web store, and you can check out all the cool designs. And again, free shipping worldwide for everything there. So anyway, until next week, go out, play some Airsoft, have some fun, take some allergy medicine so I can feel better. And no matter what you do, call your freaking hits.